Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode of Ross Recommends. Today we're going to take a look at Antifragile by Nassim Taleb. Let's get started. How to love the wind. Wind extinguishes a candle and energizes fire. Likewise with randomness, uncertainty, chaos, you want to use them, not hide from them. You want to be the fire and wish for the wind. This summarizes this author's non-meek attitude to randomness and uncertainty. He goes on to say, some things benefit from shocks. They thrive and grow when exposed to volatility, randomness, disorder, and stressors, and love adventure, risk, and uncertainty. Yet, in spite of the ubiquity of the phenomenon, there is no word for the exact opposite of fragile. Let us call it antifragile. There's a quote that goes, once you've read a book and it stretched your mind in a certain way, then your mind never goes back to the same dimensions. And that was one of those books because you start to see it everywhere. One of the examples he uses a lot is the body. Now, I am a person who likes to exercise, and it's the perfect example because every time you exercise, you stress the body, but it grows from that stress. So every time you go for a run, you're causing inflammation, but then your body grows back a little bit stronger. Every time you lift weights, the same thing happens. You stress the muscles, but then they grow back a little bit stronger. He says economies are the same, that economies benefit from stress, and fluctuations are actually a good thing. However, he also uses the economy to make a point that he's not talking about cataclysmic events. So the 2008 financial crash, for example, that is not a good thing. These huge cataclysmic events, same with the human body. If you get a terrible illness, for example, that damages your body significantly, that does not fall into the category of antifragile. What he's talking about are little stressors that actually make systems get more powerful. So that concludes the first episode of Ross Recommends. Nassim Taleb's Antifragile, a fantastic book. Follow for more recommendations, reports, and useful information.